All right, we're ready for pre-cals, but before we start, a little word from our sponsor and friends, React Health. 3B Medical, a leading provider of sleep diagnostic, and respiratory products. Their Luna 3G family of PAP devices are FDA approved and offers cellular modem standard in a variety of models to treat a full range of sleep disorder breathing. All right, Emerson, what do we have today?
Well, Jerry, we've got Irene Dilinila with us today. Irene is somebody we've all known for a long time. She has had an epic career, and I think what I'm looking forward to is just hearing her tell her story, because for so many of our listeners out there that are thinking about their careers, Irene's is one that is so fascinating and inspiring, and I think it's going to be fun to hear about that.
Awesome.
Absolutely. No, I'm excited to hear what Irene has to tell us. I've witnessed her journey very closely over time. I remember when, Somnoware, the company she's with now, was a bit of a startup,
right,
and a very small, sleep software platform. And, they're a giant company today, or a big company in our space. And, she's a big part of the success of that company. So love to hear what she has to say.
Me too. And it'll be fun to hear any stories she might have, because she's worked with all of us and at one of our former organizations, and that'll be fun. I heard she has a great singing voice, so I wonder
we'll see
if we can elicit something out of there. All right,
Looking
guys,
forward to it.
hold on.
Yep.
For the show.
Lights out.
Welcome, everyone, once again to another episode of SleepTech Talk, the Sleep Podcast. On this very special SleepTech Appreciation Week with your hosts and friends, Emerson Kerr, Robert Miller, and me, Dr. Jerry George Moneycarot. Hey, it's great to be back, folks. And something else that's great is a word from our sponsor, our friends at React Health, formerly 3B Medical, a leading provider of sleep diagnostic, and respiratory products. Their Luna G3 family of PAP devices are FDA approved and offer a cellular modem standard in the CPAP, APAP, bilevel, and bilevel ST model to treat a full range of sleep disorder breathing. Their magnet-free line of PAP masks include the Siesta Full Face, Siesta Nasal, and the Rio 2 Nasal Pillow Mask, all of which have less than 1% refit rate. So visit our friends over at reacthealth.com or contact your local React sales executive for more information. With that.
Hey, Jerry, it's almost like you've said that before. You're getting good at it. Good job. Hey,
you're right. People tell me to relax, but I have done this a time or two.
I've cried twice.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, we're really lucky today. We have got our good friend Irene Dilinila from Somnoware with us today. Irene kind of wraps up our series this week for SleepTech Appreciation Week. But a little bit about Irene. She has been in the sleep space since 1997, a year longer than I have. Former registered sleep technologist, and has been in medical sales and business development for more than 18 years. She clearly started when she was 12. She also loves to sing, dance, swim, play golf, and pickleball, no less. And we do understand she has quite a voice. She gave us a little tidbit of that a few minutes ago, but we'll have to do that for another show. But Irene, one of the things we love to do, first of all, thank you for being here. We love to hear how you got here, because we've all got great stories. Most of us didn't plan on being in sleep, but when you and I first met, you were with American Sleep. And that seems like a lifetime ago, but that was quite an experience. How did you get into sleep? And if you can, bring us up to today on your journey.
Yeah, so first of all, guys, thank you so much for having me at SleepTech Talk. So I just want to throw it out there. And so yeah, it's been 18 years, huh? I can't believe it. And I never dreamt of being in the sleep field myself. I thought I was going to be something else, but hey, I love where we are today. I love the fields, and because I love working with people, and that's the reason why, I'm in sleep. I love working with different personalities, with different clinicians. And so how I got into sleep was, first of all, I started at Stanford Sleep Clinic, based in Palo Alto, California. And so I had the opportunity to work with amazing physicians in sleep, Dr. Gimeno, Dr. Dement, Dr. Kushida, Dr. Pillai, all those guys I keep in touch with. And so I started, everybody started here, right? Not right up here right away. But I was doing administrative work when I started there. And, I see a poster that says, hey, we're looking for, a sleep tech, tech one position. So they come in different levels. And I said, hey, you know what? I want to give this a try. And because, part of my job at first was sending results, believe it or not, faxing the results to different referrals. And so it just kind of started from there when I interviewed with the supervisor, and she's like, okay, let's start you off with working with the senior techs in the afternoon. So I came in the afternoon. They trained me how to do the 10-20 system. I remember that, working until nighttime. And so part of my job was to do a hookup with the patients, do titrations. And so I pretty much work daytime, in the afternoon, and then I've done some nights as well. And because knowing Stanford, they are involved with research. So back in the day when I was still, got my energy, and I was working at Stanford, and then I helped out a small little lab here and there. When I was talking to a SleepTech when I was at some conference, and she and I had sort of the same background where everybody used to have 2 or 3 jobs, right? And so that's kind of how I started, and I just kind of moved up from there, became a SleepTech, again, SleepTech 1 to a Tech 2 to becoming registered, and then moved down to Southern California. Worked with an independent lab until I got a phone call from the CEO of American Sleep Medicine, and he's like, hey, we're looking for a clinical director to manage, our sleep centers across the nation. And that's kind of how I started. I've learned to do marketing, and I was doing recruitment for, trying to recruit physicians and technologists, doing some clinical work as well with the different managers. And after 2 years, then again, I was referred to Philips or Respironics at that time. And so started as a clinical field trainer at Respironics, and only in less than a year, the guys from the sales side, like, Irene, you're in the wrong side of the fence, buddy. You got to go the other side. I'm like, I don't know about that, because I don't know anything about sales. I love working, like I said, I love clinical field training, and sales, as you know, at Respironics, I mean, it's all about the numbers, right? And I'm going, I don't know if I can do this, but I did it anyway. And there was a time where I was the #1 diagnostic sales rep, all over. So, and then I get awards like our quarterly, I don't know if you met your quarterly or whatever, every 6 months, but it was a lot of fun working there. And then I think after 5 years, that's when I started working for Somnoware. And again, I was referred to Somnoware at that time. So it's kind of like progression. And I've been very lucky, with the pathway that I've gone through, starting from here and then to where I am today as a director of sales at Somnoware. And so not only that I handle national key accounts, but again, this is where you're working with different decision makers. You're working with medical directors, administration, IT, just different personas. And there's, selling the concept of Somnoware as a platform. There's a lot of people that you have to, get their yes, right? And it's not that easy, as I thought it would be at first, because selling diagnostics is one thing, but selling a software platform, the model, the solutions that we bring today, it's fascinating to see where you get the inputs from customers and bringing it live in production. So.
Yeah, Irene, you've had an amazing career. I've enjoyed watching it pretty much from, beginning to end. And, it sounds like, some of what happened with your career is that you've had these interesting transitions from night tech to being over a lab, to being over a country, to being a part of a large corporation. And, just so definitely want to drill into Somnoware, but as a transition to that, where would you say was sort of the transition point for you, for our listeners out there that are sitting there thinking, gosh, what amazing career. I'd love to be able to be where Irene is one day. What was that moment? Where was that tipping point for you, that transition where you really look back and go, that was that difference moment in my career that moved me to the next level, that jettisoned you forward?
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, I always tell this to, many people that I meet. It's all about, you want to know a secret? It's all about hard work. And if you're passionate about, what you do.
Hard work, what a novel concept. Never heard of it.
If you love working with your patients, you got to enjoy what you do, first of all, right? So that's one thing. Second thing is, the work environment. Every single one of these companies that I worked for and now, it's something to do with, the chemistry between your subordinates, your coworkers, your customers. When you're talking to your customers, when you're selling new potential customers, to me, honesty is the best policy. And the thing is, you don't want to sell the moon and the stars, right? This will do everything for you. Just be true to yourself. Just, believe in your product. That it's going to make a difference, not only benefiting clinicians, but also your customers. And of course, the reason why we're in sleep is because we want to improve the lifestyle. We want to improve the health of our patients. So that's really the bottom line. And so when I give 110%, 150%, every day, whether I'm traveling, whether I'm here working from home, I put, my everything out there. So.
Irene, tell us a funny story. I know you've traveled a lot, you've met lots of people. You got to have a good story for us.
Oh man, funny story. Now they're putting me in a hot seat, Robert. But a funny story. I mean, gosh, it's just so many of them. But what we were talking about a while ago was one of the things that I always remember when we were at Respironics, Robert, when we were starting there, we were talking about, you and I started the same year in 2007. I think that was in January. And during our training, I remember one of the guys from from Texas, James. Can I say his last name too?
Sure.
Okay. James.
That's enough. Just James is fine.
It was, going to Pittsburgh in January, guys, it is just bone chilling, just absolute freezing. And during lunch, I remember James, he goes, guys, I need a jacket, and I need to go and get me a jacket. And so he came back with a, big fur coat, looking like a pimp, you know what I mean? And so it reminds me of that song.
Thrift store, Macklemore.
Yes, exactly. That's it. If I can.
That was awesome. Do you know what I remember? Do you know what I remember about orientation? That there was a Starbucks unlimited like supply of Starbucks, and I could hardly sleep every night because I drank so much coffee during the day.
That was fun, and thank you so much for that story. That was really good. But hey, if we are running out of time. Where can we get more information about Somnoware and about you, Irene, if anybody wants to connect?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we have a website. Just go to somnoware.com. We're on LinkedIn. We're all different social media, Facebook, Meta, but not on Instagram though. So yeah, just, you can reach me anytime. Our team is here to help you. We're here to help the sleep community, streamlining your diagnostic testing, referral management, and boost adherence in our platform. So check us out, guys.
Thanks. And before we go, I brought my guitar here so you could do the Sleep Tech Talk.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Sleep Tech Talk.
All right, thank you very much. And with
excellent, that is awesome.
We're going to close Sleep Tech Appreciation Week. Thank you so much for joining, Irene. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
And to each and every one of you, we say thank you. We appreciate you. Do not forget to like, hit the star ratings. Don't forget to subscribe, and be sure to share the love, just like Irene showed right here. Share the love with all sleep techs out there. Make sure that they listen to what's going on as well. And until next time, we say thank you, cheers, and lights on.
Bye, guys.
All right, ready for post cows. And just before we start, a word from our sponsor, React Health, formerly 3B Medical, a leading provider of sleep diagnostic, and respiratory products. Their Luna 3G family of PAP devices are FDA approved and offer a cellular modem standard in CPAP, APAP, bilevel, and bilevel ST models to treat a full range of disordered breathing. Their magnet-free line of PAP masks include the Siesta Full Face, Siesta Nasal, and the Rio 2 Nasal Pillow Mask, all of which have less than 1% refit rate, so makes it easy for every one of us. So be sure to visit our friends over at reacthealth.com or contact your local React sales executive to learn more. All right, what do you guys think?
Wow. I knew a lot about Irene's career, but had no idea. I actually didn't even know she started at Stanford. And
me neither.
I can't believe that. But, to be able to start at the mecca of sleep and rise like she has is it's inspiring for anyone. It was really good to hear about her.
I agree. Robert, you're thinking something.
Hey,
he's always thinking something.
She can sing.
Yeah, that was really good.
We have a new intro, I think, or maybe that's an exit. Maybe that's our exit music. You'll have to keep that clip. Wow. Hey, you know what? Lots of energy. That's she just, and I know that she brings that to what she does every day. And I don't know. I know all three of us. We just care about Irene and appreciate what she does, personally, because we've all known her for so long. So Great job today, Irene.
Yeah, that was
I
really,
agree.
really good.
You made a
Great way
good
to
point
cap
about
off our sleep tech appreciation week too.
That's right.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I agree with the energy. She brought up the point about hard work. And you asked, what can we do? Or what can, if I was a sleep tech, what can I do to get to these positions or to grow? And her simple thing is, she said, it's a secret, which all of us know is not a secret, is hard work. And
Yep.
I really appreciate that. I think each and every one of us have done that. And it's something to keep in mind for all of us. Does anybody want a guitar solo, by the way?
That's okay. We're good.
Yeah, no, that's all right. But I will say, this has been pretty amazing, I think, for us guys this week, recording multiple sessions and being able to put out, a new episode every day to celebrate what we do and what has sustained us and our families all these years. And, I know we still all continue to love sleep and appreciate everything that the people who take care of patients who have sleep disorders do on a nightly basis. So thanks to everyone.
Yeah, 100%. And, I think that if there's a common denominator, to echo what you're saying, Robert, is just passion. Every single guest this week is passionate about their craft. They love sleep, and they're all doing it different ways. And that is such a great highlight to our week and what Sleep Tech Appreciation is all about.
Can't agree more. I am so blessed and honored to be part of this community and to be able to have some sort of contribution to it through this podcast with you gentlemen here. And I use the term gentlemen loosely, as you know.
Please, yes.
Appropriate. Yes, there you go. And I think it's an honor just to be here for the rest of the community as well. And it was a great week for all of us. And I want to thank all our listeners and viewers for giving us the opportunity to do so. All right.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, then. Until next time, folks. Cheers.